Alright, so this is a video on what I've come to find out about the MK18 with its overgas issue. When I first got the upper, I ran a carbine buffer and a carbine spring, and on semi, no issues. I probably put maybe 100 or 50 or so rounds to it, not a lot, but no issues. Not too long after that, I put the upper on a full auto lower, and I ran a lot of rounds through that. With that same buffer and spring combination, I got a lot of malfunctions. So I threw in a Spikes T3 buffer. That solved the issue. No more problems on full. But I was getting constant, 1:30, 1 o'clock ejection, which is really bad. To me at least, I don't like that. You can actually see on the rail, maybe, where the brass is kind of pushed through the anodizing and you can see silver. Not that's a problem, but not something I want to happen if I can help it. So on semi with that buffer, the Spikes T3 buffer, no problems. I've had hundreds of rounds through it, no issues. But that's not good enough. I want the ejection pattern to be around the 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock if possible, especially suppressed. So what I've done research on is to either get a micro MOA governor gas block, get another barrel and cut it down to the proper length and open up the gas port to the proper size, or mess with the buffer and the spring. Yeah, so I have not tried a heavier buffer spring. I've heard the Wolf XP spring or the Springco Red spring is a good combination, and people have had success with those, and that's definitely the cheapest route. But I tried a Gemtech Suppressed bulk carrier group the other day, and I ran a good number of rounds through that, and I found out that that's the way to go. I think you're not changing out, you're not doing a permanent fix, and in my opinion, a change out the gas block is a permanent fix. You're not changing the barrel out, and you're not trying to play around with buffer weights and springs and all that. But what happened was, with the Gemtech Suppressed bulk carrier group on the suppress setting, with the suppressor on, my Surefire SOCOM 2, ejection pattern was 3:30, 4 o'clock. I couldn't believe it. It was perfect. Recoil was a lot smoother. I couldn't ask for any better. With the suppressor off, but the suppress setting on, the gun wouldn't cycle. Suppressor off, suppressor setting on. I just said that wouldn't cycle. So the suppressor off and the suppress setting off, it was still regulating the gas. So instead of the 1:30 gas ejection pattern, I was getting 3:30, which is really nice. So it seems like that Gemtech bolt carrier is really good in most situations, and that's what I'm going to get probably. I might try out the heavier buffer spring, but just a heads up for anybody out there that has a commercial Daniel Defense MK18 upper, such as this one with the enlarged gas port. That's a fix. That is a good way to do it, I guess. I don't know what suppressors, if any other suppressor would work like that as good as mine, but I am running a Surefire SOCOM 2, and it's perfect. I couldn't ask for any better. So that's one way to do it. Again, I'm using a carbine spring and a Spikes T3 buffer, and you can't ask for any better. So nice war comp.